Right now, as you watch this, your heart is firing an electrical signal approximately once every second. For that signal to work perfectly, your body needs two specific minerals to be at the right level at all times. If even one of them drops too low, that electrical signal begins to misfire. And the signs it shows you, most people mistake them for something else entirely. Stay with me, because sign number 3 is the one that surprises everyone. The two minerals your heart depends on most are potassium and magnesium. You've probably heard of potassium. It's checked on a standard blood test called the Basic Metabolic Panel. The normal range is 3.5 to 5.0. Drop below 3.5 and your heart muscle starts to struggle. Magnesium is different. It does not automatically show up on a standard blood test. You or your doctor have to request it specifically, and many people go years without ever having it checked. Now, here is what makes this so important. These two minerals work together. When magnesium drops, your body can no longer hold on to potassium, so both fall at the same time. That's when your heart begins to send you signals. Here are the 6 you need to recognize. Warning sign number 1. Heart palpitations and a regular heartbeat. You feel it as a flutter, a sudden thud, like your heart skipped a beat or added an extra one. Sometimes it lasts a few seconds, sometimes minutes. This happens because both potassium and magnesium are directly responsible for controlling the electrical signal your heart uses to beat in a regular rhythm. When potassium drops below 3.5, and a doctor at the lab would flag this immediately, the heart's electrical pathways become unstable. When magnesium drops below 1.7, the problem gets worse. In fact, studies have found that low magnesium is present in up to 60% of atrial fibrillation cases. The important thing to know, if you are experiencing regular palpitations, ask your doctor specifically for a potassium and a magnesium blood test. These are 2 separate requests, and both matter. Warning sign number 2. Muscle cramps, spasms, and unexplained weakness. If you've ever woken up in the middle of the night with a severe leg cramp, that sudden painful tightening that won't let go, low potassium or low magnesium is one of the most common medical reasons behind it. Here is why. Potassium is what keeps your muscle cells at the right electrical charge. When it drops, muscle cells become overexcited. They fire when they shouldn't. Magnesium has a separate but connected job. It acts as a natural brake on calcium, stopping your muscles from contracting uncontrollably. When both are low together, muscles can cramp, spasm, and feel heavy even with minimal movement. If you're experiencing frequent leg cramps, twitching, or muscle weakness that has no clear reason, this is worth bringing up with your doctor and asking for both mineral levels to be checked. Warning sign number 3. Crushing fatigue. The kind that sleep doesn't fix. Not the tired feeling after a long day. This is deeper. It's a heaviness in the body, a weakness that makes even simple tasks feel like effort. The reason is cellular. Potassium powers a pump inside every single one of your cells, a pump that generates the energy your body runs on. Magnesium is required for over 300 chemical reactions in your body, including the process that converts food into energy. When both minerals are low, your cells are running on empty, and no amount of sleep will recharge them, because the problem isn't rest, it's what your blood is missing. If your fatigue comes with palpitations or muscle cramps, especially together, that combination is a stronger signal that a simple blood test could reveal the cause. Warning sign number 4, tingling or numbness, especially in the hands and feet. Many people assume this is a circulation issue or they've just been sitting in an awkward position. But when it happens without an obvious cause, and particularly if it's in both hands or both feet at the same time, electrolyte imbalance is one of the first things a doctor should check. Your sensory nerves use the same electrical system as your heart. When potassium and magnesium are low, these nerves become overactive and start sending signals when they shouldn't, creating that pins and needles sensation without any physical pressure. There's another connection here. Low magnesium causes calcium to drop as well, and calcium is what nerve cells need to control their firing. If your tingling happens alongside any other sign on this list, tell your doctor. The combination matters more than any single symptom alone.
Warning sign number 5, and this one surprises people. Constipation and digestive slowdown. Your digestive system is powered by smooth muscle, millions of tiny muscle fibers that create the wave-like movements that push food through your body. These muscles use the exact same electrical system as your heart and your leg muscles. When potassium is low, gut motility slows significantly. Things stop moving as they should. This is so well understood that in severe cases, doctors can hear the absence of bowel sounds as a clinical sign of dangerously low potassium. With magnesium, the connection is even more direct. Magnesium is actually used in hospitals as a treatment for constipation because restoring magnesium levels gets the gut moving again. If you've had unexplained changes in digestion alongside any earlier signs, this combination tells a clear story that your labs can confirm.
Warning sign number 6, dizziness, confusion, and what many people now call brain fog. Your brain cells run on the same electrical system we have been talking about the entire video. They need potassium and magnesium to maintain their resting charge, to think clearly, to focus, to store and retrieve memories. When both minerals are low, neurons become less efficient. The signal slows. Mental tasks that used to feel easy begin to feel like effort. The dizziness often happens when you stand up suddenly. Your blood vessels, which also rely on potassium to maintain their tone, can't adjust your blood pressure fast enough. Magnesium also plays a direct role in NMDA receptors, the brain's memory and learning switches. Low magnesium doesn't just make you foggy. Research is showing it is connected to anxiety and even depression in ways we are only beginning to understand. If your brain fog started around the same time as any other sign on this list, this is not a coincidence. This is your body giving you a consistent signal. So, what do you actually do with this information? Here is exactly what to ask your doctor. For potassium, it is already on a standard blood test called the Basic Metabolic Panel, or BMP. If you've had any recent blood work, your potassium result is already in those results. Look for it labeled as K+. Normal is 3.5 to 5.0 milliequivalents per liter. For magnesium, this is the important part. You need to ask for it specifically. It is not included automatically. Simply say, "I'd also like a magnesium level checked." Your doctor can add it to the same blood draw. Normal range, 1.7 to 2.2 milligrams per deciliter. If you want the most accurate magnesium reading, ask about an RBC magnesium test. It measures magnesium inside your cells, not just what's floating in your blood. If your levels are confirmed low, a doctor can guide you on the right form of supplementation. Magnesium glycinate is generally well tolerated, and potassium must be managed carefully. The bottom line, 6 symptoms, 2 blood tests, simple conversation with your doctor. And if you've ever had an irregular heartbeat or were told you have AFib, these 2 minerals are among the first things your cardiologist should check.
This channel exists to help you understand what your body is signaling and what your lab results mean. If this video helped you, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. We cover real lab values, real symptoms, and real explanations every week. And if you're already dealing with an irregular heartbeat or were told your potassium was low, check out the AFib video linked right here. The lab connection between these conditions is something every patient should understand. Important note, everything in this video is for educational purposes only. Always consult with a qualified healthcare provider before making any changes to your health or treatment. I'll see you in the next one.